speakers today. And first I'm going to invite Carolyn Engman, is that correct? Did I say that right? And she is here representing Justin Grabelle, and he is running to represent the Florida Congressional District 11 in the United States House of Representatives, and his area includes Sumter, Marion, Citrus, Lake, and Hernando counties. So if you would like to come up, you have about 10 minutes to maybe talk about your candidate and tell us some of the things we'd like to know.
Thank you, everybody. I'm very glad to be here. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes. Awesome. So I'll just tell you a little bit of information about Justin. To start, Justin is a family man. He and his wife actually moved down to Ocala about 5 or 6 years ago to start their family here. Justin worked for Congressman Rich Nugent and for Congresswoman Jenny Brown-Waite prior to deciding to run for Congress. And during that time, they decided that it was better for them as a family to move down and start a family and raise their now 16-month-old son in Florida rather than in Washington, D.C. Justin really wasn't interested in politics much before college. It wasn't until his older brother, who was serving on the USS Cole back in 2000, was actually bombed, and that's when he started to ask a lot of serious questions that I think a lot of us are asking these days. It really brings your awareness and your attention, especially when it hits close to your family, about the wars that we are engaging in. The policies overseas that are starting to kind of threaten us as a community, our families, our friends, our religion, freedom of speech, everything that makes America so great. So after he did find out his brother was okay, he started asking a lot of those questions and started to change his major in college, actually, which landed him as a curious intern on Capitol Hill, and he's kind of worked his way up from there. But one of the things that I appreciate most about Justin, and he is somebody who actually hired me when I first started to work for Congressman Nugent, is that as a boss, he is somebody who is constantly encouraging you to do the best that you can. He really and truly, wholeheartedly believes in the American spirit. He believes that the best part about America is not, the rolling hills. It's not the fact that there are so many of us in all of the freedoms that we have, but it's strictly and simply about the people. We are what make America how great it is. And there's nothing that can challenge that. There's nothing that can change that. And it's been that way for over 200 years, and I think it's going to remain that way for a very long time. The reason that Justin has actually decided to run for Congress, Congressman Nugent has recently decided that he will no longer be running for re-election, and Justin thought that it was a really good time for him to go ahead and step up to the plate. Working in Washington, D.C., you see that there are a lot of red tape. There is a lot of folks up in Washington, D.C. that choose to not challenge the status quo. And because of that, look at the shape of our nation right now. And obviously, you guys recognize that you wouldn't be here if you weren't concerned and if you didn't care. Justin has a lot of concerns about where our nation is headed. And the best way to address those concerns is to step up to the plate and to fight for them. To make sure that when his son grows up, he is afforded opportunities that we're all afforded. For those who need help, that we're able to do those, but making sure that we're having conversations about the best way to do those. We can agree on those as a country instead of just taking unilateral action and just doing what you decide is best. Which in turn, I think, as most agree, based on the conversation at the State of the Union last night, is not necessarily how this all works. There are a lot of different areas that Justin is very interested in, but his biggest is actually about veterans care. When he was studying in school, he studied healthcare systems, and between his studies personally and with all the experience he's had with his brother serving overseas, as well as family members, and then specifically being down in this community, we have so many veterans. A lot of them have really great care through the VA, and a lot of them, unfortunately, don't have that same experience. And that's one of the things that he's been fighting for so many years to change. We have men and women who constantly step up to the plate and take the ultimate sacrifice to protect everything that we are doing so that we can sit here today and come together as a group of American million people so that we are able to do that. And for them to then turn around, try to figure out how to come back into the civilian life and then not to be given the health care that they have earned and that they deserve is a huge problem. We have to protect those who are protecting us overseas and on the domestic front. So there's a lot of challenges that I think our nation faces going into this new election year, but there's always hope. There is always faith. There's faith in God. There's faith in this country. And I think that as we work very closely together as Republicans and as women, men not to exclude you, but I feel super powerful being around a group of women like this. I think it's something that we can all work for. And I'm very, very much looking forward to doing that. So if you guys have any questions about Justin, please let me know. I'm happy to answer anything, and we're also working very hard to get him here. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, Representative Nugent was responsible for the fair tax.
Absolutely. Justin absolutely is. And when he first declared his candidacy, it was one of the first things he did. We met with the folks up at the Fair Tax in Marion County.
Oh, okay.
And it is something he's absolutely very supportive of. Balanced budget, term limits. I know that that's something that's very important. He doesn't believe in career politicians. You don't go to college to study how to be a senator, a congressman, a president. It's something that you earn the trust of the people around you, and they trust you not to do that job. So, thank you for that. Anybody else? Awesome. Well, ladies, thank you so much for having me today. We do have some petition cards, as well as some handout information on Justin. If you wouldn't mind, please fill out a petition card before you leave. It's just solely to get him on the ballot. And like I said, we're looking forward to having him here sometime in the next few months so that he can actually have the opportunity to speak with you more closely. Thanks very much. I appreciate you having me here today.